I think that way is safer with me, you know. I think the first thing is to, someone said if you find yourself in a hole, you know, the first thing you stop doing is you stop digging. You know, if you don't stop digging, you probably will keep going down. And the fact that you stop digging doesn't mean you are out of the hole. So you still have to find either rumbles, whether you have to still chop from the hole to get yourself to that zero level before growth or development or whatever you call it, before you start seeing the signs. And we seem to forget where we are coming from. We seem to forget how bad it was or how bad it could have been if we had continued in that trajectory that we were before this administration coming. So those are the issues we basically need to deal with. And Digiman mentioned certain issues. Why things are very bad, why they are bad. We also know that government should have responded. This administration should have responded differently. While reforms are very necessary, we can't escape reforms now. Our options for reforms are almost tending to zero. They are the direction that we should go. But those reforms should also have been implemented with some level of consideration for the current situation of organized businesses and the current situation of Nigerians. You know, as he said, you can't, I'm dying, and you promised me oxygen. So just get me the oxygen. You know, don't bring the oxygen when I'm gone. Because you bring the oxygen when I'm gone, it becomes problematic. So for us, and why I say Taiwo is safer with us, because so many issues that we have raised, you know, we can see definitive action. We can see a system that is maybe slow in responding, but is taking conscious, definitive steps. You know, we've had engagement on regulatory issues, regulatory inconsistencies. Sometimes regulators' roles overlapping. You know, this regulator will say, this is my role. I've given you the certificate to do this. Another regulator will come and say, look, that certification doesn't apply to us. And that leaves the business in the middle. So those issues, we have raised it, and I want to commend PEBEC for the work PEBEC is doing. And Taiwo seems to be our go-to person. Once there is crisis, it's his phone that starts buzzing first. That, look, these are issues that I also need to look for us. So for us, let us deal with the inherent contradictions. If we don't deal with the contradictions inherently, then we're just going rigmarole. You know, you have one agency of government promoting job creation, and you have another agency also creating bottlenecks to job creation. So you have one agency of government promoting trade. You have another agency of government creating bottlenecks to trade. So if we don't deal with those inherent contradictions, then we'll probably be going in a rigmarole. And then we also have to deal with institutions. You know, we've had serious issues with certain regulators that we can't but keep calling out, you know. And it's not because those regulation is burdensome, but in the context of the implementation of those regulations, you realize that people create, either consciously or unconsciously, they create bottlenecks and they create distortions for organized business. So has it been rosy? Absolutely not. We're like, when you lose a business, you know, for many individuals, and sometimes they've cannibalized organized private sector that, okay, you are focused on profit. But when a business closes down, you know, we forget that maybe 100, maybe 150 individuals will lose their job. You forget that we have incapacitated the ability of a father to pay school fees. We have incapacitated the ability of a school proprietor to generate income. We have incapacitated the ability of the yam seller or the rice seller that the proprietor is patronizing to sell. We have also incapacitated the ability of the woman selling the yam to sell because there's distortion in cash flow. So it goes beyond a business losing or closing shop or a business reducing its capacity utilization. It goes far, far beyond. And until we start seeing it, the consequences of all this action, of a manufacturing business closing down of a service business closing down until we start tracking what exactly are the real consequences of somebody losing his job or a business closing down. Then we'll still be caught up with the Nigeria. We have big potential. We'll still be caught up with the theoretical aspect of it. And these things are not rocket science.
Yeah.
As I said, they are basic things, low-hanging fruits that the fruits are already on the floor. We just have to pick them up and just implement them.